For those of you who know that you are creating your reality, but you're in the moment and you're looking around at everything that you don't like in your life, you may be wondering, how do I start? How do I actually create it from this place that I'm at, from this spot that I don't like at all? So let's get into it. Let's talk about the life that we're living right now, particularly if it's filled with chronic illness, suffering, pain, maybe relationships that you don't like, experiences that you don't want. You have a career or a job that you don't like, or you can't work. You have all these lack and limitations all around you. Your financial situation's horrible. Everything that you see tangibly right now here in the 3D is not what you like. And you know that if you want to create, you have to start to create what it is that you do want. You have to turn off all of this lack and limitation and ignore the experiences that you're having right here, right now, the reality of what it is, so that you can imagine or put your focus on creating what it is that you do want. Because we ultimately know that creating what it is that we want means that we can't focus on the things that we don't want. We must focus on the things that we actually do want. And that's where things like brain retraining and future visualizations and positive affirmations and all of these tools and techniques come in. But you may be saying, how do I even work with those when I am living in a state that I actually don't want all the time? And I can't grab onto anything. I can't grab onto anything positive, anything that feels good to make it tangible enough in order to create from. First, it's really important to know that everything that you're looking at and feeling and experiencing right now in your life has already been created. You're looking at the end result of creation. You're looking at the end result of something that you have already imagined into being, that you have already created. This is a really difficult concept for people to get their mind around. So everything that you're experiencing right now, from the pain, from the suffering, from the bad relationships, to the no finances, to the situations and experiences and everything that's going on in your life right now, has already been created. It has already been created by you. It's the end result. It's the experience of, you're experiencing what you've already created. Let's look at this. If you are eating a slice of pizza, okay, it's got cheese on it, it's got pepperoni, it's got tomato, it's got basil, it's got feta cheese, whatever toppings you've put on this pizza, it's been baked in the oven, you've cooked it, you've sliced it, it's on the counter, and now you're eating it. This is the experience of something that's already been created. It's the end result. What you're experiencing right now in your life, everything that's going on, from your symptoms to your relationships to your finances to everything that you're experiencing that you do not want to be experiencing, is the end result of your creation. Just like if you're eating that slice of pizza, this is the end result. You're experiencing it right now. Now, if you go back to the beginning and you haven't even thought of what you wanted to eat yet, this is the beginning of creation. Nothing exists. Even the thought of the pizza does not exist yet. Okay, so then you get the thought, I want to eat, I'm hungry, I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a pizza. Then you go out and you buy the ingredients, you bring them home, you chop them up, you roll out the dough, you put the tomato sauce on, you put the toppings on, the cheese, then you're going to be putting in the oven, you're going to be baking it, you're going to bring it out, let it rest on the counter, then you're going to cut it, and then you're going to eat it. When you're eating the pizza, you are eating the experience. This is the end result of the creation. Just like everything in your life that you're experiencing right now is the end result. And that's what people don't often understand. They're often thinking that these experiences have happened to them when they're not. They're just the end state of creation. They're just the experience of something that's already been created. If you want to create something new in your future, it's like starting from scratch, that chef, and saying, I'm hungry. I think I want to eat something. What will I create? Now, here comes the options available to you. You can decide to create a pizza, make a pizza, cook a pizza. You could decide to make chocolate cake. You could decide to fast. You could decide to make a sandwich. You could decide to cook a roast. You could decide to cook a gourmet Thanksgiving dinner, or you could decide to take a bag of chips out of the cupboard and eat it. This is the idea of what it is that you want. This is when creation begins. What do you want? It's thinking, what do I want? And you're putting your attention on, yes, that is what I want. That is what I'm going to do. And then you go do it. Now you have unlimited options available to you at this point. What you could eat is unlimited. You could create something you've never, ever even eaten before. You've never had the recipe to, you've never tried, but you need the thought. So the thoughts always come first. And this is what you're creating right now in this moment. You're creating your new future pizza. You're creating your new future experience right now, right here, right now in this moment. So it's that thought, what will I have? And realizing that every single thing, it's infinite, unlimited possibilities are available to you right now in this thought of creation. Once you confirm that this is what you want and you hold that creative thought, now you actually need to learn how to make it, go buy the ingredients, do all the work and preparation it takes to cook that meal, to make that food. This is where your creative powers come into the present moment. This is action. This is when we take the thought, we have the action. Maybe we start to go to the grocery store and we can't find an ingredient. We have to switch actions, or we switch recipes on the fly, or we're looking for a recipe and it doesn't meet our needs. We keep looking. This is your act of creation in process. This is where you take your desire, you take what it is that you want, you take your what you want to call into power, you take this and you start to create from it, right? If you're an artist and you're making a painting, you get all the paints in line and you start to create. You're a chef, you go to the store, you start to buy the ingredients, you bring it home, you start to make the recipe. This takes action. So people often think manifesting is just having a desire, knowing what you want in your future, and then waiting for it to magically come to you. This is not how creation works. That's where creation begins, in the unlimited, infinite potential. But where creation actually takes place is in the doing, is in the action, is in the everyday living. So this is where you're creating as you're living. You're creating what it is that you want. So you don't get sidetracked and start looking up recipes for turkey dinner if you've already decided to make a pizza. You have to stay focused with your intention. And then everything you do should intend for that pizza to come into manifestation, to go from no pizza to a pizza. How does that happen? Through your creative power. When you stay focused on the intention, when you know what it is that you want, and then all the action you take is aligned with that creation. This is what manifestation is. You're not waiting, it's not magic. When you pray, you're not praying waiting for God to grant it to you. You're praying, and then you must receive your miracle. You must receive your prayer. That is action. Or you must put it out like the law of attraction. You want to attract and manifest something, and then you must create it. You're taking creative aligned action. So creation is in your action. It's in your receiving. It's in your creating. It's in your doing. This is where it takes place, knowing what your intention is, knowing what it is that you want, and you're aligning with that. You're allowing the universe to align with that. You're allowing God to align with that. You're allowing all your daily thoughts and emotions and actions to align with that. And this is when we stay focused on the task at hand. We stay focused on what it is that we want. Suddenly, a pizza is there. It's coming out of the oven now. It's cooling down on the counter. You're slicing into it and you're eating it. When you're eating the pizza, remember, you are in the end stages of your manifestation. You are experiencing in the 3D reality your tangible experience of what you've already created. This is how you create your reality. This is how you pray to God and receive your prayers. This is how you manifest and call into being what it is that you want. And then you experience. So, everything that you're experiencing right now in your life, especially if it's chronic illness, suffering, anything that's going on, a relationship you don't want, finances you don't want, anything that's happening, it's the end result. You're in the end result of creation and you're simply experiencing what has already been created. So if you want to create something new, you start from now, you get your intention, and you hold that powerful intention, you align with it, mind, body, heart, and soul. And with this aligned action, with this aligned thoughts, with these aligned emotions, you create it. You are the creative power and you create it into being. And that if you are simply looking around at a life that you don't like, it is because you've already created it. This does not have to be your end result forever. The end result can change. Creation is happening every second, every moment, and there is infinite possibilities available to you every single second, all the time. So know what it is that you want and move toward it now. So if you liked this video, then go ahead and watch this one. It's another great video on how to create the life that you want. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And if you want to learn more about how to work with me or take your power into your own hands and create the health that you want, then you can check the links below. I want to thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. If you receive value from it, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.